If something's important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
It's great to be here.
So, you guys sent in a quote recently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it was a quote from Elon Musk. And it's about, well, I guess you could say it's about how he thinks about taking risks. Even when
it seems like he's probably going to fail.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like when the odds are stacked against him.
Yeah.
Which got me thinking, about all the stuff he's done, like SpaceX, Tesla.
Right. Pushing boundaries. I mean, those weren't exactly safe bets, were they?
No, not at all. So the quote, right?
Yeah.
It basically says that even if the probable outcome is failure, like if he knows he's probably going to fail,
Yeah.
it's still important enough to try.
Yeah, that's classic Musk, isn't it? I mean, there's this real interesting tension in there. He's saying, like, okay, yeah, I might fail, but it's so important that I'm going to try anyway.
Yeah, and that whole, like, probable outcome part is what really stuck with me. Because it sounds like he's almost like accepting failure from the start.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, so is that like what you would call calculated risk?
Oh, absolutely. Calculated risk is all about weighing the potential benefits against the chance that things might go wrong. So it's not about being reckless or just jumping into something blindly. It's strategic.
Yeah. Okay, so like with SpaceX, for example.
Exactly. Think about their early days. I mean, those first rocket launches, a lot of them didn't exactly go to plan.
Yeah, some of those explosions were kind of scary to watch.
Absolutely. But each one of those, what we might call failures, provided so much valuable data. It helped them make improvements. And ultimately, it led to these huge breakthroughs in things like reusable rockets.
It's like that saying, fail fast and fail often, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But still, I mean, those early days at SpaceX, those must have been so stressful for everyone involved.
Oh, I bet.
So how do you think they, dealt with that fear of failing? Especially when so much was at stake.
Well, I think it all comes down to the culture. It's about creating an environment where failure isn't seen as the end, but as a necessary step in the process, as a learning opportunity. And I think Musk himself has said, don't be afraid to fail, as long as you're learning from those mistakes.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I think for a lot of us, it's hard to actually put that into practice.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's one thing to understand it in theory, but when you're the one facing those probable outcomes, it can be pretty intimidating.
Absolutely. And I think Musk's work is a good example of that.
Like, just try launch a rocket into space on your to-do list.
Right. Suddenly remembering to buy milk doesn't seem so bad.
Totally. Makes all my little worries seem pretty insignificant. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it's easy to talk about calculated risks and embracing failure when you're Elon Musk, you're trying to, colonize Mars or revolutionize transportation. But how does that apply to the rest of us?
Well, that's a great question. And I think it all boils down to this. What are those important enough things in your life that you're putting off? Maybe because the fear of failing is holding you back.
Oh, interesting.
Right. What if we all tried shifting our perspective a little? Instead of seeing setbacks as, setbacks, what if we started viewing them as valuable information, like data points that can help guide us towards an even better outcome?
Yeah. Almost like those probable outcomes are actually like signposts or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're showing us the way forward. And, this brings us right back to that core idea in Musk's quote.
Right.
He's not saying just go chase any crazy idea no matter what. He's saying figure out what's truly important to you, important enough to be worth the risk, even when it seems like you're probably going to fail.
So it's not just about trying anything. It's about figuring out what's truly worth the effort.
Exactly.
And maybe, just maybe, those probable outcomes that scare us so much, maybe those are the things that could lead to the biggest breakthroughs, like things we haven't even imagined yet.
Right.
Which makes me wonder, if Musk had let those early SpaceX failures stop him, where would we be today?
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it?
Would we be seeing all these amazing advances in space exploration? And what about all the other stuff, What other incredible innovations might we be missing out on simply because we're too afraid to fail?
There you go. Something for everyone to think about.
Right.
What are you putting off?
Thanks for listening, everyone. To catch you next time.
See it.